All right, give me 1 second, Israel. Share it live. Lob, do me a favor. Can you hit that TV? I'm gonna show y'all some images today. Hit that TV and then you know how to take it to YouTube. Kid, you know how to take it to YouTube? All right, Kid can do it if you don't know how. So y'all can follow along on you can mute the TV. Shalom, everybody online. Shalom, 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 sis. Give us a couple of seconds so we can get some things figured out. I hope everybody's having a beautiful Sabbath. All right. While she's getting that, let's go to Isaiah 55 and 8. When you got it, you can read it, Calvert.
Isaiah chapter 55, verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, said the Lord.
All right, so the Most High says his thoughts are not our thoughts. Okay, yeah, put it on there. Put it on there. Yeah, just mute the TV and put it on there. All right, his thoughts are not our thoughts. Read it one more time.
Verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, said the Lord.
So our thoughts are not the Most High's thoughts, and our ways are not the Most High's ways. All right. So with that being said, it's impossible to know the mind of the Most High. How could we? He's of a whole nother dimension, a whole nother realm, of a whole nother spiritual body than we are right now. You know, so it's impossible for us in this lifetime, in this mind, in this shell that we're in, to understand the thoughts of the Most High. The reason why I'm bringing this out is because some things, you know, what we're going to do in the scriptures, in the spirit of the Mashiach today, is we're going to read the scriptures for what they are. Okay. We're not going to read the scriptures and try to add our own understandings, because sometimes the scriptures say what they say, and it might not be for you to make sense of it. It might just be what it is. Right? Because the thoughts of the Lord are not the thoughts, our thoughts. Understand? So sometimes you got to read the scriptures and just accept it for what it says. That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the kingdom of the Most High right now. We're going to talk about our kingdom, right? Some things you might have read, some things you might haven't read, but nonetheless, these things are in the scriptures. And I want to bring it out because this is actually a lesson of encouragement. Because why are we doing this, Lob? Why are we doing this? Why are we taking our time to serve the Most High right now? Why? Say it again. Everlasting life. Everlasting life. Give me another reason. Why are we doing this? Why are you guys wearing fringes and wearing dresses, and why are brothers keeping Sabbath? Why? Give me another reason. Okay, that's a good one. Ronazaya, give me something. Why are you doing this, sis? Okay, she's scared of judgment. That's a good one. She's scared of judgment. All right, so we got please the Most High. Okay. All right. Please the Most High. That's good. So we got please the Most High. We got stay away from judgment. We got eternal life. What else? The kingdom. Kingdom. Yeah. Why are we doing this? We doing this for nothing? Don't we see? Have anybody ever read the promises that's promised to us if we overcome? Have we? Who? By show of hands, who has read the promises that's to come to us? Who has? I mean, a little bit here and there. You probably read it because a brother brought out an understanding, you know. But have you ever read it to say, you know what? I'm sad right now. Let me go read that. Who's ever done that? You know, I'm going through a lot of hardship in my life right now. Let me go read about the kingdom of the Most High, what He has promised for us. Anybody ever thought to do that? Or else, what are we doing it for? Understand? I remember my elder told us a long time ago. He said, man, the best pick me up is reading about the kingdom. Right? But before we can do that, we have to understand that what? Let's read that again. Read all the way to verse 9. Keep that. Isaiah 55 and 8. And we're going to read 8 and 9.
Isaiah chapter 55, verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts.
Now, in doing so, we're going to encounter a lot of stuff in the scriptures where you're going to read it and say, what the hell am I reading? Right? Has anybody ever read about the cherubim? Who's ever read about the cherubim before? It's not a beast. It's an angel. Now look, these are the things this is sometimes I think we get into a rhythm of just living life. Oh yeah, God. Oh God. Yeah, we love God. Oh, we serving the Most High. It becomes so normalized to say, oh yeah, we love God. Oh yeah, we serve God. Oh yeah, I'm Israel. Oh yeah, God. Oh God. It loses almost, in a sense, it loses its power. Like when you say that, do you guys really understand when you say you love God? I love God. Do you know what you're saying? I mean, this is for all of us, even me. Sometimes we get, when you say something so much, it kind of loses its tone. The reason why I'm bringing out the cherubim is because that's a creature or an angel or an angelic being that serves the Most High continually. I want to try to get you guys an understanding of the Heavenly Father and who he is and his power. Because it's easy to lose the understanding of the power of the Most High and his son, Yahushua. And when you lose that type of will to want to understand that, then it's easy for you to kind of fall off and to take things lightly. That's why I love Calvert. Calvert scrutinized everything in the law. That's good. Sometimes I'll
be needing it back too,
though. We all need it. This is why I'm doing this lesson. We don't want to get comfortable. Do not ever get comfortable serving the Most High. All right. So let's read. Pick up for you.
Neither are your ways my ways, said the Lord.
Before we go into this lesson, I want to let you know that your ways are not the ways of him. So sometimes brothers get into weird breakdowns and doctrines because they can't understand what the scripture is saying, so they got to make it make sense. Sometimes it's not for that to make it make sense. Sometimes when the Most High said the cherubim is before the Lord every day and it got the face of a lion, the face of a human, and forehead, sometimes it's just for you to just accept what it say. Sometimes it's not for you to understand. That's a whole different realm, but the Most High put it there for a reason. He put it there for us to read about it because I believe, from my belief in reading the scriptures, he wants us to see a glimpse of what we have coming for us, of what he has. Because where else can we find the cherubim at? Genesis, that's a good one, right? Genesis, the first fourth or fifth chapter, or 3 chapters, yeah. But where else can we find the cherubim at? In the temple. I remember when I first ever read Ezekiel. We're going to get Ezekiel. I was reading Ezekiel and I was like, this got to be a metaphor. No, because in the temple, how did Most High tell them to make them? Same way. Sometimes it ain't for you to understand. God's mind is not your thoughts, but we're going to read it. We're going to take a trip, all right, down the mystery road of the kingdom of the Most High and the throne of God. Let's finish that off. Was that verse 9? Yeah, verse 9.
For as the heavens are higher than the earth.
The heavens are higher than the earth. Where's the Most High throne at? Huh? It's in the heavens. Now, I was doing some research. We're going to find this. We say the highest of the high, right? Some say the third heaven. That's explained. Paul explains that. He said, I knew a man, one that was caught up to the third heaven, right? But can the Most High God be contained? Third heaven is just a word that's given to us so we can understand how high it is. How far it is. That can't contain him. Most High don't have no place that can hold him. What can hold him? What can hold the Most High? Third heaven is just something that's mentioned for you to get it. You know, we be out third heaven, second heaven, third. Most High, like, man, I ain't bound to nothing. I say third heaven for you to comprehend. What's holding him? See, this is the things that will continue to keep you amazed and falling in love with him. Like, wow, you this powerful and you love me? That's amazing. You love me? You telling me we gonna get into it. Was that all of 9?
No.
Okay, finish 9 off.
So are my ways higher than your ways,
Uh-huh.
and my thoughts than your thoughts.
So his ways are higher than our ways. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. And the Most High has the power to give understanding to who he wants, when he wants. All right. So everybody understand that? So before we get into this, you got to understand that. His thoughts are not our thoughts. His ways are not our ways. His understanding is not our understanding at this point in time, right? So let's go from there. So now let's get into it. Let's get Ezekiel chapter 1. We're going to break this down today. We're not going to be too long today, but we are going to, let's get fascinated. Remember when we first started reading the scriptures and we got fascinated with it? Let's get fascinated with the scriptures. Sometimes we lose that fascination with the word because we read it all the time, or maybe we just hear it being brought out all the time. And no, it's the Bible. Oh, but let's see what these words are. These are the oracles of God. Give me that real quick. Yeah. Peter. Let's get Peter real quick. 2 Peter. Oh, actually, 1 Peter 4 and 11. Let's read that.
1 Peter chapter 4, verse 11.
Uh-huh.
If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God.
Okay, so these are the oracles of God. What's the definition of oracle? Somebody look that up for me real quick. Give me the definition of oracle. Definition of oracle. Shalom to everybody online. Shalom to everybody online. Give me the definition of oracle. Let's read that.
A person or thing regarded as an infallible authority or guide on something.
Mm-hmm.
A priest or a place at which divine advice or prophecy.
Divine what?
Divine advice.
Divine. Divinity. Divine advice or prophecy. Read.
Was sought.
Was sought. So divine. Give me the definition of divine. Give me that. Give me the definition of divine. All right.
Divine,
Uh-huh.
excellent, delightful, of form or like or a god.
Mm-hmm. Like, right? A form or like a god, right? Divinity, meaning some type of godship, power. All right. Authority. You got that? Read what you got.
Godly, godlike, angelic.
Mm-hmm. So that's divinity, divine. Okay. So these words are divine words. You know these words are divine because when you read Deuteronomy 28, did that happen to us? That's some divine words right there. It said it and it happened, didn't it? Y'all ever seen that book, the movie, The Mummy? The Mummy? What happened? They read the book and the mummy came alive, right? They was cursed after that. You can either take the curses in this book or you can take life in this book. This is a divine book. Let's finish that off. Read that.
If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which God giveth.
And the Most High gives the ability to certain individuals as he see fit. Some brothers might have understanding on certain things other than brothers, whether simple, whether not. Some brothers might not. The Most High gives that. All right, read.
That God in all things may be glorified throughout Yahushua, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen.
Right. So now let's go back. Now let's go back to Ezekiel. Let's get some stuff, man. So let's get into the kingdom of God. Before we get into the kingdom of God, I want to get into the throne of God. The throne of God. How many of you guys ever read about the throne of God? Just wanted to read about the throne of God. Okay. A little bit of it. We're going to read it today. Let's read that. Let's start at verse 4.
Verse 4. Ezekiel 1 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 4. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself.
So what does that look like? What does a fire and a great cloud looks enfolding itself? Huh? How does that look? How many of y'all ever seen a chariot? Ever seen a chariot? How many of us have seen a chariot before? I've seen one personally. Or if you haven't never seen one personally, just go on YouTube, type in, and you'll see a gang of them. What they look like? Look like fire enfolding itself. Now, I want you guys to understand what Ezekiel is seeing right now, right? We're going to break it down. He's seeing a fire in a great cloud enfolding itself. He's seeing something. This is a vision that he's seeing of something traveling to him. Now, on first thought of reading that, you might think, oh, is this a little, is he just seeing like a medium-sized ball traveling? No, this is a great thing that he's seeing. What did it say? Read it again. What did it say?
A whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud.
This was a great cloud. So how big was this? Real big. And what you gonna realize is something was traveling inside of that. Because how many of you guys knew that wherever the Father goes, his throne and kingdom go? He don't have a place where he sits like, you know, all right, I'm gonna get up from my throne, I'm gonna walk over here, and then okay, let me go back to the castle. He don't have that. Wherever he goes, they all follow him. Wherever he's at, they all travel with him. He leaves his castle. Just putting it in terms where you can understand. It is no he's leaving his throne or he's leaving his godship area to go. It is no that. Wherever he goes, guess what travels with him? His throne. And how many of the angelic beings are with him? Oh, you're gonna see. He traveling. So when Ezekiel looked up, he said, man, I seen a great fire like a cloud enfolding itself. Because inside of this, you're gonna see what are you gonna see? Read.
And a fire enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it.
It says, and a brightness was about it. Read.
And out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber.
It said out of the midst of it, right? So not only did he see a fire enfolding itself, but he's seen out of the midst of it, said the color of amber. That was the color. Have you guys ever seen the color amber? Let me look it up. Let's see. Let me share my screen. You're gonna get it. Let's share the screen. Okay. Let's get this. Watch this. We're gonna have a little fun today. Let's explore. This is what he's seeing. See this color? Y'all see that? This is the color amber. Y'all see this color? Just so y'all could get an idea. Something like that. Oh, let's go back. Let's see this one. See this? This is amber right here. See that? That's amber. So that's what he's seeing. This is what he's seeing. This is the color that he's seeing. So how bright is that? Because you got, not only was the cloud bright and it looked like it was a fire enfolding itself, but this was the color he's seeing. This is what he's seeing. He's saying it looked like the color amber. That's what it looked like. How beautiful is that? That's a very beautiful color, isn't it? He said, man, I've seen this thing, right? Let's keep reading.
As the color of amber out of the midst of the fire.
It says out of the midst of the fire was the color amber. So the way that this fire looked, because that's the way he can explain it, it looked like the color amber. That's how beautiful it was, and it was bright. Right? Keep reading.
Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures.
Now, in this, right, inside of the whirlwind, inside of it, the living creatures are inside of this. So when the Most High travels from Ezekiel's vision, this is how it looks. This is what Ezekiel was saying. He's seeing this in the vision. He's like, this is what I'm seeing. And inside of this color like amber fire enfolding itself, I see 4 living creatures inside of this. What did he see? Read.
And this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man,
Uh-huh.
and everyone had 4 faces, and everyone had 4 wings,
Uh-huh.
and their feet were straight feet,
Uh-huh.
and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot,
Uh-huh.
and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass.
Now, said we're gonna try to get y'all to understand what he's saying. Huh? Yeah, we're gonna try to see. Let's see what Job is looking at. I mean Ezekiel, I said Job. See what Ezekiel is looking at. So not only is he seeing that color, get this. This is what he's seeing. All right. This is what he's seeing. This is just so you can understand what he's seeing. All right, just a likeness. This is what we can try to articulate it to be. This is kind of what he's seeing right here. Like these 4 living creatures, okay? Anytime you see these 4 living creatures, I don't know if you guys can kind of see it. Let me try to click and see if I can get an image of it. Let me see if I can try to blow this image up. This is what he's seeing. Y'all see this? This is only what to give you a visual of what he's seeing, right? So he said a head of a man, one of a lion, one of a bull, right? One of an eagle, right? And they had wings. This is what he's saying. Now, these are called the cherubim. These cherubim are in the temple of the Most High God. Let's get 2 Samuel 22 and 11. All right. This is what Job's saying right now. 2 Samuel 22 and 11.
2 Samuel chapter 22 verse 11. And he rode upon a cherub, and did fly, and he was seen upon the wings of the wind.
Read it one more time.
And he rode upon a cherub.
So who rode upon a cherub? This is talking about who? Because whenever you see the cherubim, who are you about to see? About to see the Most High. Now, I did some little investigation because I was like, wow, because we're going to get it in the law too. The cherubim was actually in the temple too. And where was the cherubim kept at? Anybody know? Where was the cherubim kept? On the ark? But where was the ark at? In the Holy of Holies. What presence came down in the Holies of Holies? The Most Highs. And anybody that went in there outside of Aaron and his sons did what? Die. Because of what? It was the Holies of Holies. So what was Yahweh trying to do? He was trying to make us make a physical replica of his kingdom so that we could see him. What is he telling you? The Most High said, I don't go nowhere without my cherubim. Whenever you see this cherubim, you gonna see me. I'm gonna show y'all this. Let's go to I'm gonna show y'all this. This is in the temple. Let's go from there. Let's go to hold on one second. Let's go to the law real quick. I think I want numbers. Let's see. I think I want numbers. Yeah. Numbers. Is it 18 I want? No, it's not 18. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all this. Hold on. It's not number 18 I want. Hold on. Okay, go to numbers 18. And let's read Let's read 1 first. Get that.
Numbers chapter 18, verse 1. And the Lord said unto Aaron, Thou and thy sons and thy father's house with thee shall bear the iniquity of the sanctuary, and thou and thy sons with thee shall bear the iniquity of your priesthood.
Right. So the Most High said that they're gonna bear the iniquity of the priesthood. All right. Actually, hold on. Maybe it's in Chronicles. Hold on. Let me get this real quick. Maybe it's in Chronicles. Go to 2 Chronicles. I want to get this real quick. Yeah, go to 2 Chronicles real quick. Let me make sure this is it. Let me look at it for here because I want this real quick. Hold on. Let me.
Right, the glory of the temple.
Oh wait, yeah, that's what I want. Is it 5? Let me see. Oh yeah, thank you. It is. It's 3 actually. Yeah. Second Chronicles 3 and 7. That's what I want. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, 3 and 7.
2 Chronicles chapter 3, verse 7. He overlaid also the house, the beams, the posts, and the walls thereof, and the doors thereof, with gold and graved cherubims on the walls.
So these cherubims were in the temple of the Most High God. Read.
And he made the most holy house, the length whereof was according to the breadth of the house, 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 20 cubits.
So read verse 10. Let's get to the point.
Verse 10. And in the most holy house, he made 2 cherubims of image work and overlaid them with gold. And the wings of the cherubims were 20 cubits long. One wing of the one cherubim was 5 cubits, reaching to the wall of the house.
So these wings were large. You see that? So this was in the temple. This was the Most High commanded this to be in the temple. He said, I need these cherubims. Wherever it's a holy place, you're going to see these cherubims. Wherever it's my energy, my spirit, you're going to see these cherubims. The only scriptures outside of Ezekiel that we see the cherubims is in Genesis, right? And being described in the temple. And when you go to that 2 Samuel, it says the Most High rides upon the cherubim. Now, what does that mean? We're going to read it in Ezekiel. That means that where the Lord is, the cherubim are below him. So his throne is overlooking the cherubim. And it was likewise in the kingdom. In the temple. When we had our temple, it was the same thing. You had the Holy of Holies. You had Aaron's rod. You had the manna from heaven. You had the law of the covenant. And you had them cherubim sitting on top. What were the cherubims acting as? When you read that, cherubims act as many different things. They could be guardians. You see that in the Garden of Eden. And they also give praise to the Heavenly Father. So anytime you see these cherubim, where are we at? We are in the holiest of holy places dealing with the Most High. Now let's go back to Ezekiel. Go back to Ezekiel. All right. So this is what he's saying. So that's what he's saying. He's saying these cherubim, right? So now let's go back and pick up where you left off in Ezekiel. Now, imagine if y'all seen this. What would y'all feel like? Scared as hell, huh? Let's read that.
Verse 8. And they had the hands of a man under their wings on their 4 sides. And they 4 had their faces and their wings. Their wings were joined one to another. They turned not. When they went every one straight forward. So they didn't turn like, you know how we turn? They didn't turn like that. It says they all were, one was looking towards the west, east, north, south, all directions. And wherever they went, no, they didn't turn. They stayed their course. That's what he's saying. They looked in every direction, right? This is where they was at. That's how magnificent they were. They were so big, their wings connected, and they just moved and synced. It was like they was in unison. It was like they was in perfect harmony, right? Read. As for the likeness of their faces, they 4 had the face of a man and the face of a lion on the right side, and they four had the face of an ox on the left side. They four also had the face of an eagle.
So somebody might be like, why did the Most High make this creature look like? What did we read earlier? His thoughts ain't your thoughts. So don't try to understand it. Just read what the scriptures are saying and just get lost in the beauty of it. Look, when I first ever read, I'm like, what the heck is this? This is crazy to me. But that's the beauty of it, because he's so magnificent. How could you even understand something? You can't even. This is something that he's explaining to us in a way we can put it. But we do know that the cherubim were angelic creatures because they were in the temple. Same way, wings and everything. Wings and everything. The Most High told Moses, this is how you're going to make these. And this is power right here. And these weren't no little creatures. These were big creatures. Watch, can you read it? Who had a question? You had a question?
I was gonna say, like, that's probably where, like, Egyptian people get those, like the face, like the eagle or the snake face with the human body.
It wouldn't be far-fetched to say that, because at one point we all were under what? No, the understanding of the Most High. Ham lived during the flood. Why? Because Ham was righteous at one point. He would have died in the flood if he was wicked. And remember, they was living from 900 years. So what was they able to see for 900 years? Enoch got caught up. He didn't even die. So they was more spiritually in tune with the Father than we were. That's why when they came out of they wanted to build a Tower of Babel, because they knew, they said, God gonna kill us. So let's build this great tower. And what did the Most High say? He said, we have to stop them, because whatever they think to do, they're going to do it. See, those are the mysteries that you get into that understanding, you know, of understanding what was going on at that time, right? These mighty and valiant men, right? When you read that, we ain't talking about the Nephilim and all that, but when you read about these great men, the sons of God, remember, there were sons of God. What did the sons of God do? They eventually went off. They were mighty men. Right, but that's a whole nother lesson in itself you can get into. But Khan, this is the mind. This is something that you can't even fathom and understand how great the power of the Most High is. He said, look, I had these cherubim wherever I go. Watch this. Read.
Verse 11. Thus were their faces, and their wings were stretched upward. Two wings of every one were joined one to another, and two covered their bodies. And they went every one straight forward. Whither the Spirit was to go, they went, and they turned not when they went. As for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire.
Burning coals of fire. What did we read earlier? Like burnished brass, right? So what color were they? They were like burnished brass. See what color that is. This is brass. This is burnt brass. Y'all see this? Oh, I didn't. Let me change the screen. My bad. My apologies. Let me share my screen. This is burning brass. So they wasn't like them white little angels y'all see, right? This is burning brass. Let's read it again. Let's go up and read the burning brass. Let's go up a little bit. Read verse 7 again.
Verse 7?
Yeah.
And their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot, and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass.
Burnished brass, right? Now let's go back and let's read sparkle, meaning it was like, it was bright. It was bright like this. I mean, if anybody has ever had like a trumpet, I know Kazak used to always do this. If you like play a trumpet or play like a brass instrument, you get like a lighter and you light it and you burn it. You know, it burns, but you can rub it off. Yeah. It just turns a darker tint. Understand? So you can actually make something a burning brass color. You can shine it up, burn it up real quick, like apply some heat to it, like they did with these pots and all of this. You got to have some heat, apply some heat to it, burn it, spark. After that, leave it, sparkle it up, however they do it. But you can get this color. This is what it is. Burning brass and it sparkles. So this is how these creatures look. So these creatures didn't have flesh like, you know how we have flesh? You know how we got everything got flesh like this? They had a different type of flesh. We're going to get that in the scriptures. This is the glory of the kingdom of the Most High. Let's let's get to the throne. So let's go from there and let's read. Let's stay in Ezekiel. And let's read verse 26. All right, Ezekiel 26.
Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 26. And above the firmament that was over their heads was like the likeness of a throne.
So where was the throne at? Whose throne is this? Most High throne. It said the likeness of a throne. Now, mind you, this is not even the full glory that Ezekiel was saying, because Ezekiel got to see this in a vision. This has to be a vision to him. Like, you know, when we had dreams and visions, this is a vision. This is the only way that he's able to see this. Imagine it not being a vision, though. If the power could be held, that's the power of the Most High. He said, man, I got to show you this in the vision. He said, above the creatures, right? Just like in the temple, what was above the Ark of the Covenant in the temple? It was the Spirit of God. The Spirit would descend on the temple, right? Whenever you had the holies of holies, the Spirit would descend on the temple. It would be a holy place. So the Most High Spirit is on top of his cherubim. This is his throne, right? Read.
As the appearance of a sapphire stone.
Sapphire stone. Let's look that up. Sapphire stone. We at 26. Sapphire. Let's look up sapphire stone. All right. All right. This is the color of sapphire. Look at that. Let's get stone. Look at this. Y'all thought it was gonna be like red or something, huh? This is sapphire. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. That's the only way he can explain it to you. It was like so now you got a sapphire stone. This is like what would you explain this as? Like a bluish or something? A purplish, blue purplish. I'm colorblind. Y'all gotta
Blue?
like a blue, yeah, like a blue. Hey, I'm sorry. You know, I'm just trying to. So imagine, or look, and there's different. You see different type of stones. You got yellow, you got pink, you got the green right here, you got the ruby. So this is how his throne looked. His throne was in the appearance of these type of stones right here. You see that? So this is what he's seeing. What kind of throne is that? That's a celestial type of throne, right? So it says sapphire. Let's keep reading. Watch this.
Appearance of a sapphire stone, and upon the likeness of the throne was the likeness as the appearance of a man above it.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw as the color of amber, and as the appearance of fire round about within it, from the appearance of his loins even upward, and the appearance of his loins even downward. Mm-hmm. I saw as it were the appearance of fire, and it had brightness round about.
So he's seeing a man, right? An image of what it appears to be the image of a man sitting on a throne, a sapphire, and all around him is sapphire in the color of like amber. So let's do this. So this is what he's saying right here. Stones like this. Said it looked like fire. It appeared to look like fire. This is the throne of the Most High God that he's seeing right here. Sometimes you got to go into the word. You can't just read over the words to get a full understanding of it. You got to let me. What is sapphire? Have anybody ever thought that? Like, let me look up sapphire. Let me look up a stone. Like, let me look up what this is that the Bible is describing his throne to be. That says from his loins on down. This is what he had on. This is what he wore. This is what was around him. Let's go from there. Let's get Ezekiel 10. Let's go to 10 now. And let's read verse 1.
Chapter 10, verse 1.
Yeah, Ezekiel 10 and 1.
Ezekiel chapter 10, verse 1. Then I looked, and behold, in the firmament that was above the head.
So what's a firmament? Anybody? This. Look at that. They've always pulled up the flat earth stuff. This is a firmament. Let's see if I get a good picture. When you look at firmament, firmament just means the heavens above you, right? So can you imagine looking up, you see this, and then you see, but what did it say? Let's read it one more time.
Then I looked, and behold, in the firmament that was above.
So now he's seeing the cherubims, but then in the firmament above, he sees this above. So the throne of God is above. In the firmament. The firmament is going into what? Space. So where is he at? He above us. Above us. This is what he's seeing, right? Read.
The head of the cherubims, they appeared over them as it were a sapphire stone.
You see that? So he appeared over them as it was a sapphire stone. So this throne and the man that sat upon this throne looked like a gem, a jewel above them. You just looked up sapphire, right? So he looked like this above them. That's what he's seeing. Something sparkling like in the image of a man, but it was like sapphire stone. This is what he's seeing above them. And all of this, don't forget, is compacted in what? A whirlwind of fire enfolding itself. Yeah. And this is all inside of that. Y'all understand what he's seeing? Exactly. It's a mind trip. you said, because what did we read? Why did I bring out Isaiah 55? Because you can't, his ways are not our ways, but it's good to read this to put your ass back in check. Like, this is the king that want me to serve him. Okay. This is what we reading about. This is what we talking about. This is the power of the Most High. It's the Most High ain't nothing to play with. Understand? This is his throne. Read. What's this?
As the appearance of the likeness of a throne. And he spake unto the man clothed with linen and said, go in between the wheels.
Okay, so let's skip. We don't have to read all of this. Let's skip to verse 4. Read verse 4.
Verse 4. Then the glory of the Lord went up from the cherub and stood over the threshold of the house, and the house was filled with the cloud, and the court was full of the brightness of the Lord's glory. And the sound of the cherubim's wings was heard even to the outer court. So when the cherubims flew, you know what you heard? Woof, woof. That's what you heard. That's what you heard. That's how powerful these beings are. It's the glory of the Most High. It says, and notice they only move when the glory of the Lord move. They don't move unless the glory of the Lord move. And you hear these strong. Have y'all ever seen an eagle like wings? Y'all know how powerful that bird is. That bird can low-key hurt you with his wings. Like the wings kind of stretch. Like I think eagles' wings can stretch like what, 6 feet span or something like that. Something like that. 8 feet. 8 feet span. So imagine if you hear an eagle about to take off. Y'all know when y'all hear a pigeon, you hear the little wings flapping. Imagine hearing an eagle flapping with an 8 wingspan. If I'm saying that correctly. 8 feet wingspan. Yeah. Imagine that.
Chad, a good example. Tell him stretches. It's going his wingspan.
Yeah, Chad, you a great. Now imagine a bird flying like that with the thickness of his wings. Now,
it's actually more because I'm 7'6" wingspan, so it's 6 inches longer than my wingspan.
Now imagine the cherubim. That's why he said, I heard woof, woof. That's what he heard, right? And let's keep reading. What's this? Verse 5.
Verse 5. And the sound of the cherubim's wings was heard even to the outer court, as the voice of the Almighty God when he speaketh. And it came to pass.
It was almost like the voice of the Almighty God when he speaketh. That's how loud it was. That's how powerful these angels are. So now, how powerful is the Most High that created this? Right. Like, that's what I'll be thinking. Like, how powerful is the Lord that made this? He is. That's why You can't contain him in. Rasha brought something so cold to me out. Like, that's why our early forefathers, they wanted to purposely forget his name. Because it was like his name, he's too glorious to even be spoken. Why do you think that we were afraid when remember when he scared us coming on down on the mountain? We didn't want to see that. We said, Moses, we gonna die, bro. Listen, we ain't saying that no more. Okay. You go deal and have him. That's why y'all think that number's 18. Why you think he picked Aaron? It's like, all right, because I get y'all. Y'all so little and puny. Even my presence coming down is enough to kill y'all. So look, I'm gonna pick and a special people that's gonna deal with me on a level that I choose for them to deal with me on.
Isn't it a verse that says that the angels tremble at his presence?
Yeah, Khan. Even the devils. Even now you know why the devils tremble, right? The devils tremble. We talk about we scared of little scary movies. They scared of what you're supposed to be scared of. You got to be scared of the man that put the sun in the sky. Now, who did that? Now, look at that beautiful instrument up there, which is a celestial instrument. Come on, man, stop playing with them. That's why the Most High, like, they didn't forget I'm gonna show them when I come back. That's why these lessons are good sometimes to go over. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Y'all think y'all playing with the wrong one. And me saying that is just an understatement. Let's go from there. Let's get some more of his glory. So this is his kingdom. This is his throne. Let's get Isaiah 6:1. Let's read that. I'm gonna try to speed up a little bit. Try to speed up a little bit so we can get some of this. Isaiah 6:1. If you got it, you can read it.
Isaiah chapter 6, verse 1. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon a throne.
So he's seen the Lord sitting upon his throne. What color was his throne? This color right here. The sapphire amber. He said he's seen that. But what else did he see? Read.
High and lifted up, and his train filled the temple.
He said he was high and lifted up. Now, y'all ever seen a king's train? Oh, shit. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Oh, here it is right here. Look at this. Y'all see this? Y'all see that? That's some royalty right there, right? Look at that. You see the king right here? Whenever y'all see it, it's going to come up. I'm going to try to see this. This is royalty right here. I see his train. That's royalty. That means you big status. That's big dog status right there, right? It said the Lord's train filled the temple. It said his train filled the, let's read it.
Above it stood the seraphims.
And the seraphim was there. So let's read verse 1 again. Watch this.
Verse 1. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple.
The whole where the Most High his whole train is gonna fill that whole area region where he was at. That's how long and magnificent his glory is of what he got on. Now picture that in the form of a sapphire stone and all of that, because it ain't. You can't think it's this earthly cloth material we wearing right now. And he said the seraphim was there with him. There you go. See his angels always there with him. His angels is always. A seraphim is like it's an angelic being, just like a cherubim, but it resembles like when you look up seraphim, it'll say serpent, like a snake. A seraphim. It's an angel. But it resembles a serpent. So when you look that up in a blue letter, it'll say serpent. All right. These are the things that the Most High got rolling with him. It's not for you to understand it. That's just what he says. You leave two things gonna either happen to you when you try to think about the Most High, like when you think about eternity, your brain kind of stopped. Like, I can't even think about that. You think about what the Most High is, and you can't even think about that. All we can go about is what we have in the scriptures, but you see the power that he's holding, right? Let's get Revelations 4 and 2. This is the Most High. Now I'm gonna show y'all something that's gonna be amazing to me. Y'all see this power that the Most High displaying? Y'all gotta notice. That's why every time you read the book of Psalms, what was David talking about? His power, his glory. How can y'all pray and say all glory to God and glory, God is glorious? You ain't ever read about his glory. How glorious is he? Let's read that.
Revelation chapter 4, verse 2. And immediately I was in the spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat on the throne, and he that sat was to look upon like jasper.
Like jasper. Y'all see that? It says he saw it, and it said, look like upon like a jasper. Read.
And a sardine stone.
Now let's look there. I gotta show y'all. I gotta show you. I love just pulling up. I don't like looking when I'm reading about the glory of the Most High. I don't like looking over certain words. All right, so let's look up jasper. And just look it up, just to look it up. Okay, here's another song. Now this one is a little different than the other one we read about, right? It's a little smoother. Y'all see this jasper stone? Said this is how it looked. Like jasper. Let's look up the other stone. It's Ione. Okay, thank you, Rob. You got good eyes. Huh? This is what he's seen. The jasper stone and the sardine stone. See that? This is what he's seen. Read that one more time.
And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and sardine stone.
Read.
And there was a rainbow round about the throne.
See, that's why we can't let the homosexuals take the rainbow. That's the Most High. It said it was a rainbow all around his throne. What kind of colors is coming out of that? What you said they signed you to be? Oh, a pile of shit. Yeah, doo-doo.
Give them the shit sign.
The dung sign. The poop. Y'all like going in the butt anyway. Don't take the Lord's glory for your wickedness. That's why the Most High got a bone to pick with them. Says round about the throne was a rainbow, right? Read.
In sight, like unto an emerald.
Like an emerald. That's how it looked. It said was a rainbow round about the throne in sight like unto an emerald. So it was an emerald rainbow. So it was a rainbow like this. Y'all remember seeing Emerald City in Wizard of Oz? So it was like this, but a rainbow. So it was like crystal. That's how it. So it wasn't like a little, the rainbow we see, like the bow we see. It wasn't like that. See, when we see that rainbow, it appeared to be see-through. This rainbow was different. It was like this, solid crystal colors. See that? Read.
And round about the throne were 24 seats.
24 seats. Oh man, 24 seats for who? Read.
And upon the seats I saw 24 elders sitting, clothed in white raiment, and they had on their heads crown of gold.
Who are these elders sitting here? These are these not cherubim. These the chosen. Said they had seats. You know when a king sitting, then he got his subjects sitting. That's how the Most High was. Like he's sitting. Now the subjects, they not next to him on the top of but they sitting around about him. How this is, man? Who don't want that? Who trying to get that? Trying to get that. This is why we labor. Come on, y'all. That's why you got to read this. Man, forget all the video vixen hoes and all the money and all of that. And I want this, what we got coming in this. Let's keep reading.
And out of the throne proceeded lightnings.
Like lightnings. Can y'all imagine that? Y'all got emerald colors. Y'all got sapphire, emerald, jasper stone in color. Then you got lightnings coming out of it. Like coming out of the throne, coming from around the throne. Whoever watched Dragon Ball Z, y'all know when they power up and then the little lightning be around the little, just so y'all can understand what I'm talking about. And so that's how it's looking. Did y'all notice how they around the little Super Saiyan, it got like the little glow, and then it got the little lightning. That they took that from the scriptures. The Most High is seeing. That's what you're seeing when you see. That's what they seeing when they see the throne of the Most High. Read.
And thunderings and voices, and there were 7 lamps of fire burning before the throne, which are the 7 spirits of God.
So what did he have? What are the 7 lights? Come on. How many candlesticks is it? 7.
Menorah.
The menorah.
Oh,
So when the Most High tell us to make those things, understand he wants us to resemble him. Like, this is what I like. Most High, like, yeah, you know how we like, I gotta wear my Gucci, I gotta wear my Prada, Most High, like, this is what I like. I like that menorah right there. I like that. He like, I like that ram's horn. I like that. That's the fashion. That's why that's why I watch. When I get my bread up, I'm gonna try to, and I move into a house, I'm gonna try to make my house in the resemblance of what he like as much as I can. Y'all gonna see menorahs everywhere. Y'all gonna see all that. I'm gonna try to. Y'all gonna see the Ark of the Covenants everywhere. You know they got big ones and little ones. I'm gonna try my best just to resemble what the Lord like, because I want to like what He like. Understand? So the Most High, this is what He like. Read.
And before the throne there was a sea of glass like unto crystal, and in the midst of the throne and round about the throne were 4 beasts full of eyes before and behind.
Now, what is this beast? These 4 beasts. It's the cherubim, the living creature. They got 2 names. The cherubim in Revelations, they call them the living creatures. So round about, this is all you seeing. You seeing this everywhere. All right. Let's go from there. Let's get Revelations 3:21. Revelations 3:21. Oh, you ain't got it? You ain't got it? Okay. Log, give me that one real quick.
Revelation chapter 3, verse 21. To him that overcometh will I grant to sit with me in my throne.
Read.
Even as I also overcame.
Look at that. So who else? Who is this talking right here? Christ. He said, hey, because guess where I'm at? He said, and whoever overcome, he said he gonna do what?
I grant to sit with me in my throne.
Now, goddamn, I know right now we wicked and we fleshly, and you can't even imagine sitting on the throne like this. Can you even imagine that? You can't even imagine that because your mind is not even built to comprehend it yet. But we will be able to. Read.
Even as I also overcame, and am sat down with my Father in his throne.
You see that? See, Christ, like, I'm sat down with my Father in my throne, and y'all gonna sit with me if you overcome. Why are we doing this, y'all? To do what? To be able to rule in rulership. We're trying to get this kingdom. That's what we want. He said, I grant you that privilege to sit with me as I sit with my Father. When you think about that, you literally got to just bow down like, wow. Lord, think that much of me. Let's go from there. Was that all of that? All right, let's get Revelations. Let's see. Let's go back to 4 and let's read verse 9 and 10.
Revelation chapter 4, verse 9. And when those beasts give glory and honor and thanks to him that sat on the throne, who liveth forever and ever, the 24 and the 20 elders fall down before him that sat on the throne and worship him that liveth forever and ever, and cast their crowns before him the throne, saying, Thou art worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor and power, For thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure they are and were created.
Did y'all hear that? Why was everything created? For what?
Pleasure.
For his pleasure. So guess what? Yeah, y'all gonna be ruling. Take them crowns off and put them before my throne though, and worship me. I'm the man. Put them. Okay, y'all shining. Because we're gonna read some scriptures. The scriptures say the righteous gonna shine like the sun. Yeah, but put that down right now and worship me, because you were created just to do what? Serve and give him glory forever. That's what you was created for. I know we always think about the heathens gonna serve us in the kingdom, but now we was created to serve him. We're gonna do that forever, and I'm gonna be so happy to do it. You can't say that you're gonna do it without doing it here first. You gotta prove yourself. Well, okay, Rata, you gonna be happy to do it? Okay, yeah, of course you'll do it in my glory. Who wouldn't worship me in my glory? Who's saying that wouldn't worship me? You know what I'm saying? Worship me when you don't see that and you don't even understand it. That's what I want to see. Do it when you in the flesh, you got temptation. Do it then, and then I'll grant you that honor to do it in my glory. It's an honor to serve him. See what kind of throne he got? That's just his throne. We ain't even talking about his power. He's just talking about where he's sitting at. Where he's sitting. We ain't even talking about him doing some damage. This is just where I sit. Right? Let's go from there. Let's speed it up a little bit. Let's get 2 Chronicles 18:18. 2 Chronicles 18:18.
Second Chronicles chapter 18, verse 18. Again, he said, therefore, hear the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting upon his throne.
He said he seen him sitting upon his throne, and what happened?
And all the host of heaven.
It said all the host of heaven. Now, how innumerable is the host of heaven? Stop sharing for a minute. How innumerable is the host of heaven? You don't even know. So remember when Job seen that cloud enfolding himself traveling, and he seen the excuse me, I keep saying Job. Ezekiel seen that, right? Remember when Ezekiel said he seen all of that, and all of that was within that? So it says thousands upon thousands of angelic beings are traveling with him when he moved. So guess what? When he's sitting on his throne and his throne moved, all of them move with him. Y'all ever seen like a movie clip with an army that's moving in unison? Imagine that. Imagine the Most High move, they all move with him. Wherever he go, all of the hosts of heaven going with him. Let's see. Read. What's this?
And all the hosts of heaven standing on the right hand and on his left. And the Lord said.
So it says all the hosts of heaven standing on his right hand and on his left. Then the Most High say, if I wanted to, I could send legions upon legions to destroy. What did Christ say? I'm paraphrasing. What did he say? If I wanted to, I could ask my Father. He'll send. What was it? Was it legions? Am I using the right word? Legions. He said, man, if I wanted to, I asked my Father. He'll send legions of angels right now to just chop suey all of y'all. Done. Easy work. But imagine those legions of angels. You so pop. Okay, put it like this. Y'all ever seen like them bootleg? I'm gonna call them bootleg kings. They ain't even real kings. But y'all ever seen them kings of Britain? What's it, Prince Henry and all them motherfuckers? You ever seen them? You see when they move and all of the cars following them, all of the people following wherever they go. Now imagine that in the host of heaven. This is a power. This ain't no just. I don't know what do people think when they think of the Most High? Like what? Or Christ? What do they think? You don't think that Caesar Borgia image. Please don't. That is not him. All right, let's go from there. Let's get Psalms 11 and 4. Psalms 11 and 4. 11 and 4.
Psalms chapter 11, verse 4. And the Lord is in his holy temple.
The Lord is in his what?
His holy temple.
Right. So the Lord is sitting, which is his His throne, right? Read.
The Lord's throne is in heaven.
His throne is in heaven. Now, where are the heavens? In the firmament, right? Where is that at? In the space, in the skies, right? Where we can look up and see, right? Read.
His eyes behold, his eyelids try the children of men.
See, he watching us. He's seeing everything right now. Picture this throne and him sitting on it watching you right now. Y'all ever seen Lord of the Rings? Who's seen Lord? Come on, I'm a kind of a nerd. Who's seen Lord of the Rings? None of y'all? Okay, if you ever watched Lord of the Rings, I forgot the little demon dude name. No, not Smeagol. I forgot what they call him. He when you put on the ring, his eyes see you. I forgot his dang name. Sauron, what's his name? Sauron. Look, okay, that's his name. But okay, so y'all know when y'all put the ring on, and wherever you put the ring on, he can see you. He can see you, and he's seeing this little minion. That's the Most High, but you don't need to put a ring on. He just see you. Yeah, if y'all need to go watch that movie clip so you can understand what I mean, then you'll get it. It was scary. Like whenever you put that ring on, it's a wrap. Like all his little demons is coming to get you. Like, and you see his little eye like point to the direction where you at. Like quick though, you'll see the eye and he'll point, and then all of the little demonic little creatures are gonna come get you. They know exactly where you at. So now y'all got to get ready to fight. Now imagine that in the realm of the Most High, where he can see you. It says his eyelids try you. So when you think nobody looking, who looking at you? Who see you? You understand? He said, I see everything you do. That right there is enough for me to say, Rata, get your stuff together, bro. Because he not like men. He see everything you do, right? Let's keep reading.
Verse 5. The Lord tried the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hated. Upon the wicked, that's
cool. So that's it right there. So let's get so now let's get his actual, because we got what his throne looked like. What his throne looked like? Jasper, emerald, all that. All that. So now how does he look sitting on this throne? Like as far as what the scriptures can tell you and for us to understand. How does it say? Let's get it. Let's go to Daniel 7:9.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 9.
Now this is only what we can comprehend, or what the scriptures can say and write about him for us to try to comprehend the power and the majesty of the Most High. Let's read that. Daniel 7:9. 9 and 10.
I beheld till the thrones were cast down,
And
the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow.
So what color was that train that we talked about? It's white as snow. Pure. We ain't ever seen snow before, but if you ever see snow and you can low-key go blind for a second, but if you look at the snow when the sun beam on it, that's how bright it is. We ain't talking about like little snow that you can, this snow is just white. No, we talking about that snow or that ice when that sun is beaming on it, and you can't even look at it because it's bright. Read.
And the hair of his head like the pure wool.
Like the pure wool, right? Curly. It was like the pure wool. And texture, color, white, but also the texture of it. Read.
His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
It says the throne was like a fiery flame. Right? Fiery flame. Read. Watch this. Read 10.
A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him.
It says a fiery stream issued in. So that's like that bright light. It was so bright, like a beam was coming. You ever seen like something that was bright and then you got the little beam kind of? That's how it was, like the little beam. That was coming before his throne, right? Read.
Thousands ministered unto him.
It said thousands and thousands ministered. So we're not talking like when we read about the cherubim, it wasn't just those cherubim, it was thousands and thousands ministered. What is minister? To serve. So he had thousands and thousands of angelic beings serving him. Thousands and thousands. That's it. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna keep reading. Yeah, come on. She beat me to the punch. Read.
And 10,000.
And 10. So what does that tell you? That's a number you can't count. That's how many creatures are angels, living creatures that he has there to worship him. Read.
Times 10,000.
Times times 10,000. He said thousands and thousands and 10,000s times 10,000. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that math. You know what he gonna say? You know what he gonna say? He gonna say infinity. This is gonna keep going. It just keeps going. Now, that should make you feel a little special. Why? That should make you feel a little special because out of all those tens of thousands times 10,000 times 10,000, he wants you to serve him. He looking at little old wicked us, and he like, I want you to serve me. That should make you feel some way. Like, dang, he don't. Do he need me to serve him? He don't need nothing, but he want it. It's like a man that's a dude that's the man, and he can have any woman he want, but he want this woman, and she keep cheating on him. But he just want this one though. He like, I just want her though. Because how does he look at Israel? Like a what? A beautiful, delicate woman. Right? Was that all of that?
10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were opened.
That's all I need. So you see that. So now let's go from there and let's read 10 and 5. I'm almost done, y'all. I'm gonna try to speed this up.
Daniel chapter 10, verse 5. Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold and Uphaz.
Of Uphaz. So if you look up the gold of Uphaz, that's like a precious. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. That's like a there's different types of gold, right? There's different types of gold. There's some gold that you can't even find no more. That's why some gold is like, dang, if you find that, okay. Y'all see this? Y'all see this right here? See this gold right here? It's gonna come up. Look at that. Look at that. That's how it says. Is what? Read it again.
Whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz.
This was on his loins. So when it says that, y'all know how we be wearing our garments. Y'all remember that garment I had? I'll show y'all some other time. But I had a garment where it was like a Remember I had the stones right here, Kia. You remember that one? And I had the like the way it was. I had the girdle, but I had it was kind of different. It was like the long, you know how we wear our garments, and then you bring it in, like you kind of tightened it in like that, right? So his loins, like the lower half, was like this type of gold. That's how it was. That's how. Now, mind you, he's wearing this like as clothes. You understand what I'm saying? This is not like, clothes. He's wearing this as clothes. We wear it as jewelry. He's wearing it as clothes. Yeah. You can't wear, like you can't just wear no gold. I didn't even think about it like that.
Hey, I'm fucking Gucci Belt. Give me that gold you pack.
Oh yeah. Hey, if we get that kingdom up, I'm gonna show y'all. That's what we trying to get. Hey, we like gold. We got gold. We like gold earrings. 6ix9ine and all them got the long chains on. They got gold. Man, his clothes are this.
Right.
Get what y'all talking about, right? Read.
His body also were like the beryl.
So his body. Now we're talking about his body. His body was like the what? Read that again.
His body also was like the beryl.
So has anybody ever looked that word up? We're gonna do it right now. This is how it is. It's gonna come up. This is how his body is, like this. That's how his body is. That's how his body is. Like a crystal. This is how his body is. Said his body was like the what? Read it again.
His body also was like the beryl.
It says his body was like the beryl. When you, this is what comes up when you type that in. This is what he's saying. This is how his body is. But this is the only way he can put it for you to understand how his body is. It's not of this world. It ain't like flesh like this and nah. Right? Let's read.
And his face as the appearance of lightning.
His face was the appearance of lightning, meaning it was bright. Y'all ever seen lightning flash? I mean, you can't even look upon his face. You can't look upon that. You can't look upon lightning. You'll go blind. Read.
And his eyes as lamps of fire.
Uh-huh.
And his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass.
Polished brass. So imagine seeing brightness and you trying to look and you see his arms and his hands was like the color of polished brass, as if it was what? You know, it was burnt in the furnace. So what color was he? What color was it, his image? Brown. Dark brown. But a beautiful, like that brass that I looked up earlier. That's how he looking. That's how he looking. That's how the Most High rolling. Write down Revelations 1:10-17. Now let's go to Genesis real quick. 1:26.
Revelation 1:10.
17.
Yeah, let's read that.
Genesis.
I see people in the comments, man. They like, hey, one, I think it's a sister. She said, we got to get this kingdom. Absolutely, we got to get this kingdom. All right, let's read this. Absolutely.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness.
So he said, let us make man in our image. Now, are we made in the image of him completely right now? No, not at all. We're not. Now, when you see him, every time he's described in the scriptures, he looks like the appearance of a what? Of a what? Every time you see him, appearance of a man. You see him, he's sitting there. It's the appearance. Whenever you see him in the scriptures, it said, I look like what appeared to be man, but he had all this going on, which I knew he wasn't a man. So when you're created, how are you created? Y'all shells were supposed to be what I'm gonna show y'all. What Adam was supposed to have was something, but see, the Most High is so cold and when you read it and you go into the understanding, you knew that the Most High knew he knows everything. He knew Adam was gonna mess up. So Adam was formed out of the what? The dust. Adam didn't have nothing that we're reading about right now. Now, don't get it twisted. Adam's body, of course, he was the first man, was more better than ours right now, because the scriptures say the man gets weaker. But it wasn't like barley and all of that. That's something that the Most High had in his mind planned for something down the line to be given to your spirit. So your spirit can be held in this type of shell. Because the shell we got now is trash. It stink. You gotta brush your teeth. Most High don't gotta take no bath. You know what I'm saying? Neck hurt, back hurt. You start getting ailments in your fingers. You understand? Somebody said the scriptures cause him to come to tears. All praises. That's what it's supposed to do. Because the Most High got all this reserved for you. That's the point. We ain't doing this for no reason. This is what you read when you feeling bad, you feeling low, when you feeling down. Go read about the kingdom. Go read what he got in store for the righteous. Go read that. All right, read that. Now, let's so he said, right? Let's read that one more time, Genesis.
And God said, let us make man in our image.
Right. So he said, let us make man in our image. So now let's go to 1 Corinthians 15. Oh, shoot. I'm showing the screen still. Stop sharing. 15 and 40. 1 Corinthians 15:40.
1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 40. There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial.
Now, what does celestial mean? Let's get the definition. I want to look this up. Now, should have just kept my screen share. Let me share my screen one more time. Let's look up the word. So there's celestial bodies, right? Okay. Let's look this up. Hold on, bear with me, family, so I can get this correct. Oh shit! I didn't mean to type that in. I'm gonna do. All right, when you type in celestial and you look up image, this is what comes up. All right, this is what comes up. Stuff like this, images like this come up. When you just type in celestial, because celestial just means out of space, right? If you want to say it in that term or in the firmament, right? Let's look up the definition of it. It says celestial, all right, positioned in or relating to the sky, or it's gonna pop up. Positioned in or relating to the sky or outer space, as observed in astronomy. Excuse me, astronomy. All right. When you read down here, it says belonging or relating to heaven, the celestial city, supremely good, the celestial beauty of music. So that's what celestial means, right? So now let's read that again. Read.
There are also celestial bodies.
What do you need a celestial body for if you're going to be stuck on earth? What's the point of having that? Celestials for in the firmament. You need us because we're gonna keep reading. He said we're gonna be changed with a twinkling of an eye. And I'm gonna show you something. But what's the point of us having a celestial body if you're gonna be just stuck terrestrial? I don't need to look up the definition of terrestrial, do I? That means earthly. Right? Let's keep reading. Watch this. Read.
And bodies terrestrial.
And there's bodies terrestrial, which is the opposite of celestial, which is earthly. Read.
But the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another.
Right, read.
There is one glory of the sun.
Now, is the sun a celestial instrument or a terrestrial instrument? It's a celestial. Why? Because it's in the celestial world. So say there's one glory of the sun. Right, read.
And another glory of the moon.
Is the moon a celestial instrument or what? Is it a terrestrial instrument? No, it's a celestial. It's in the sky. It's in space. Celestial. Right, read.
And another glory of the stars.
The stars, are they celestial or terrestrial? Celestial, read.
For one star different from another star in glory.
Every star is different. To us, we just see brightness, but every star is different. We can't see it, but the Most High created. How many stars is in the galaxy?
Yeah, Esau about to just put a number.
Look at this. Y'all see this? Their little telescopes, what they can see. This is what comes up. Y'all see all these? Now it's crazy because according to them, when they got these telescopes, you got a galaxy, but it appears like a star. Y'all ever seen the end of Men in Black? Remember when it was going and kept going and kept going? Then it went out to where the little things was playing little dice game. I remember that. No, just so y'all can understand what I'm saying. Understand? So the Most High said, all of these are stars, but I created them, each one of them different. Type of creativity you got to do that? Right. What type of creativity the Most High got? Right? So let's read. Keep reading.
So also is the resurrection of the dead.
It says the resurrection of the dead is going to be the same thing. So what is he making reference to? The end, when we resurrect and come to what? That. When some of us come to that glory, what are we going to look like? He said, man, we're going to be changed. Read.
It is sown in corruption. Mm-hmm. It is raised in incorruption.
Right. So celestial is incorrupt. Terrestrial is corrupt. Read.
It is sown in dishonor.
We're sown in dishonor right now, right? This is dishonor. Read.
It is raised in glory.
We're going to be raised in glory. What glory? A celestial glory. Read.
It is sown in weakness.
Are we sown in weakness right now? Hell yeah, your body weak. Live hit his knee. He going to be like, shoot. Hit your shin. Y'all know how it is when you hit your shin on the edge of that bed? It's weak, feeble, just ready to get sick. Understand? Read.
It is raised in power.
Read.
It is sown a natural body.
See, right now we got natural bodies. But one day we're going to have what?
It is raised a spiritual
We're
body.
gonna have a spiritual body one day. Why do we need a spiritual body? Because you can't have this body with the sitting in the throne of God, sitting in a chair on the throne. Can't have that. You need a celestial body for that. Oh, we're gonna get it. Watch this. Read.
There is a natural body and there is a spiritual body.
Read.
And so it is written, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul.
Right. Adam was made a living soul. Read.
The last Adam was made a quickening spirit.
Who was the last Adam? Talking about Yahweh Shai. The first Adam was made what? A living soul. The last Adam was made what? A quickening spirit. Right, read.
Howbeit, that was not first, which is spiritual.
So first is physical. It ain't spiritual first. Read.
But that which is natural,
Read.
and afterward that which is spiritual.
Uh-huh.
The first man is of the earth, earthy. The second man is the Lord from heaven.
You see that? That's why we trying to be that second man. Right now, Mosh ain't gonna look like that. Y'all gonna see Mosh, he gonna look like something totally different. And we all gonna be, now, don't forget the stars reference of how all the stars are made different. I'm gonna show y'all, because guess what? We're compared to that in the kingdom. I'm gonna show y'all. Let's hold that real quick. Let's get Matthew 13 and 43. So y'all won't think I'm lying to you. And this boy Rod, so what is he talking about? Hey, that's why I prepared y'all, didn't I? Didn't we read Isaiah? Let's read this though. Matthew 13 and 43.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 43. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun.
Shine forth as the what?
As the sun.
The righteous gonna shine forth like the sun. So what is your appearance gonna be like?
Sun. Shine.
Read, was that it?
In the kingdom of their father.
In the kingdom of who?
Of their father.
Where is his kingdom at? In the first, it said in the kingdom. It didn't say the kingdom of Israel. It said in the kingdom of the who?
Father.
Of the Father. His kingdom ain't Israel. That's yours. Like Israel, that's yours. We're going to read the Israel coming down. Like, we're going to read that. He said, that's y'all. I made that for y'all. I got this right here. What you talking about? I don't need a kingdom to hold me in my power and my majesty. I gave that for you. I gave Israel to you. That's your kingdom. But you'll be able to come with me and mine and shine like the what?
Sun.
Like the sun. Was all of that? That's it. Oh, read that one. Read that one.
Who have ears to hear, let him hear.
Man, y'all better start listening. Y'all better start listening. Y'all better start listening. Most High got a prize for you. Let's go from there. Let's read Daniel 12 and 3. We're gonna get a couple more, then we're gonna end it, family.
Daniel chapter 12, verse 3. And they that be wise shall
that be what?
That be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament.
It said that they that be wise shall shine like the brightness of the firmament. So how you gonna look? Like a star. And each star is made what? Different. So his brightness is gonna be different from his brightness. And his brightness is gonna be different from his brightness. It says those that be wise. Wise to do what? Keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. Let's read verse 2, actually.
Verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life.
I'm trying to awake to everlasting life. That's what I'm trying to do. Read.
And some to the shame and everlasting contempt.
And some to shame and everlasting contempt. So we're not going to touch that right now. Right? We will if we got time. We probably don't got enough time. I'll probably do a part 2 on that. On the ones that's going to wake up to that everlasting contempt. But the ones that wake up to that everlasting righteousness going to shine like the stars. According to the scriptures. In the kingdom of their what? The Father. Where is his kingdom at? Firmament. Let's go from there and let's read write down let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1 real quick. Let's hurry up and get this. This is what we got in store.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Then shall the righteous man stand in the great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
You see that? We're gonna stand in the great boldness. This is when we get our prize. So all those people that laughed at us, talked about us, he said we're gonna stand in great boldness before the face of them that afflicted us, right, Reed?
And made no account of his labors.
Yeah, we labor now, that's fine, but we're gonna get something greater, Reed.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
Why you think they're gonna see it and be troubled with terrible fear? If they're gonna see something, they're gonna be like, what the hell is that? Look at him. Is that D? He looked like a stone, shining like a star. They're not gonna understand it. Read.
And shall be amazed at the strangers of his salvation.
At the strangeness of his salvation. Why is the salvation strange? Ain't this strange we reading about? Cherubim and all that's strange to us. Now imagine they see us getting that. They're gonna be like, what the heck is that? So it ain't gonna be something normal. It ain't gonna be like our kingdom just gonna be regular. They're just gonna get better looking bodies, like but earthly still, and it's gonna be strange to them. They're like, what the heck? This is strange. What is this? That means if it's strange, they can't comprehend it because it's out of this what? World. Yeah, they're gonna be able to see all they're gonna see us get this gift. They're gonna see that. And they're gonna be ashamed. Hell yeah, it's torture. Hell yeah, it's torture. Go ahead, sis.
We'll have these type of fights, but like say the other nations, what would their bodies look like? Would they still have these type of fights?
No, that's only reserved for Israel. They're gonna still be in the matter that you see now.
Yeah.
Let's go to Isaiah real quick. I'm gonna show you because they still have to be subject to let me get this precept real quick. Yeah, here it is right here. Isaiah 60 and 12. 60 and 12. 60. Nah, nations ain't gonna have this. This is only reserved for Israel. You can also read that in Romans 9 too. We'll read Romans 9 too after this one.
Isaiah chapter 60, verse 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
So we're gonna live eternally, right? The other nations, whoever that's foolish enough, right? Not that the scripture says they're gonna be utterly wasted and perish. So what does that mean? That means that they can still die. That means that they can still feel pain. That means that they can still feel death. You won't. You're not gonna need that. That's why the scripture says this. Let me get this real quick. Let me see. Let me get this real quick. Let me see if I can get this. I think it's in Micah. Yeah, Micah 4 and 5. This is what you got to understand, sis. We're not just gonna be kings over the other nations. This is what y'all got to understand. No, y'all thinking too light. You're just not gonna be the king of the other nations. It's deeper than that. Micah 4 and 5.
Micah chapter 4, verse 5. For all people will walk every one in the name of his God.
Let's just for context. And let's read verse 2.
Verse 2. And many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord and to the house of God of Jacob.
Right, read.
And he will teach us of his ways.
You see that? So who's going to teach the heathens of the Most High's ways? We are. That's why it says that we will be what? We'll be a nation of priests. What were the priests doing?
The law.
That was the whole point. We are a nation of priests. What were the priests? The priests were the intercessors, right? If Lot wasn't a priest, could he go see the Most High? No, he'll die. So he had to go to the Levitical priesthood. And then within the Levitical priesthood, they had to go before. And then if it was a pressure, well, every year for the Day of Atonement, only a certain select few, which can be related back to the 144, could go to the Holy of Holies, right? As far as Aaron's seed line, and go witness. Whoever was in there died, right? But the whole point is this: Israel couldn't just go in the temple. You couldn't just go storm in there like I'm about to go see God. You had to have an intercessor, and the priests were that intercessor. So you had to go to a priest. Now Israel is a nation of priests, but if we're a nation of priests, does that mean that we need a priest for ourselves? No, because we're the nation of priests. So who needs the priests? The heathens. So we teach the heathens at this point how to serve the Most High. That's why it says they will go up and serve the Lord. We would be a nation of priests to them. Read, watch.
And we will walk in his path, for the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
So the law will go forth from who? So y'all know how the law goes forth from Washington, D.C.? The law gonna go forth from Jerusalem. That's our city. That's us. That's us. Now, don't mistake it. The Most High is so much farther than all of that, but Jerusalem is going to be for you. Something that you can rule, you can have. We're going to read about the city, Revelations 20, how the city is going to be, because the city is going to be magnificent in itself if we have time. But now the point I wanted to make is, so everybody is going to serve, and we're going to be the intercessors, and we're going to bring them, and the law is going to come out of Israel, right? Now let's read verse 4.
Verse 4. But they
No,
shall,
verse 5.
verse 5. For all people will walk every one in the name of his God.
Wait, hold on. Is idol, that's idol worship, right? It says I thought we was in a kingdom, right? It says that everybody gonna serve the Lord, but right here it says everybody's gonna walk after the name of his God with a little g. What is that saying? Is that talking about idolatry? So who is he referencing? Us. Give me a precept to prove that.
Psalms chapter 82, verse 6.
There you go.
I have said, ye are gods.
So who's gods? We are. So you're just not going to be a king of the other nations. You're going to be a god to the other nations. Little g. So everybody going to have a nation. Guys, guess what? You got the Iramians. You got the Labians, Ratazanians. They're going to all walk after us, and we're going to teach them what? The ways of our Heavenly Father. That's what it's talking about. So can a God die? No. Let's finish reading that one. Read.
6.
Yeah. Read that.
I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
Who's children of the Most High? Everybody or just Israel?
Israel.
Read.
But ye shall die like men.
So who dies? Men die. We die right now because we in the man shell. But when you get in that celestial body, you gonna die? There's no death for you. But there's still clearly gonna be men there. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna die. That's the point. Period. Read. Now let's go back to Micah 4 and 5.
Verse 5. I'll start from the top. For all people will walk every one in the name of his God, and we will walk in the name of the Lord or God forever and ever.
I see the sister said no sound. Can everybody hear online? Can we hear? Sister said it was no sound. I want to make sure. Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe it was the sister. Maybe her sound system went out or something like that. But but yes, I just wanted to make sure y'all could hear. But yeah, so everybody's gonna walk after who? Read it.
For all people will walk every one in the name of his God, and we will walk in the name of the Lord or God forever and ever.
We're gonna walk after the name of our God, and everybody else gonna walk after the name of their God, which is who? We, us. Also, I ain't dealing with them filthy heathens. Nah, never. But he gonna give us something to rule over. And look, what's a kingdom without no subjects? That's why the Most High got subjects, don't he? Yeah, you. Hey, I'll be a subject for sure. I'll put the crown down at the throne and get on the face, get on the floor and worship with the 24 elders and all the host of heaven. I'll do that. I'll do that. No problem. Because what's the whole point of him creating you? For his pleasure. And he said, and I want y'all, because I'm so I have pleasure in y'all. That's why y'all got to go back and read that Proverbs 8. Yahweh Shai was Christ's pleasure and delight forever. They was happy up there. They was brothers. Not brothers, father and son. He said, he was my ever delight. Read that, Proverbs 8. Says, man, Christ was his ever delight. And you know what he said? He said, Christ, he said, son, I want to give you something. And the nation of Israel belonged to who? Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai said, and I want to bring you to my father as brothers. Come on, man. That's Proverbs 8. You can read that. Proverbs 8, let me get it for you. He said, I want you to join in with me. Damn, man, Loki make you want to cry like a little bit. That he look at you like that, man. Can't do nothing but be grateful for that. You can start at verse
30.
22. You can start at verse 22.
Proverbs chapter 8, verse 22. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old.
Said the Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before the works of old. So who was the first creation? Who was created first? The angels? Yahweh Shai was created first. Before everything. Let's get that. Go to Colossians. Come on, man. Now I'm gonna shock y'all brain. I'm gonna leave y'all with this after we read this. It's cold, man. This is cold. Colossians. And let's read verse 1, chapter 1 and verse. Yeah, okay. I want 15. Read that.
1 and 15.
Yeah.
Colossians chapter 1, verse 15. Who is the image of the invisible God?
Who is that? Who we talking about? Okay, read.
The firstborn of every creature.
Here's the firstborn of every creature. The 4 living creatures? Yeah, every creature. Everything that was made, he was created first. So Yahweh Shai was created. The first thing he made, he didn't make earth. He didn't make none of that first. He made Yahweh Shai first. That's why y'all better put some respect on his name. Better put some respect on. He was created first before all y'all niggas. Excuse me. He can boast. Nah, for real. He can boast. My father created me first. Talking about, I'm his right-hand man. And the only reason why you able to even get a glimpse of him with me is because of me. I invited you to the party. We was already having a party. And that Proverbs 8, read that from 22 on down. He said, I was his ever delight. He possessed me in the beginning. Me, not you, me. I, me. That's why when, cats got to be careful. We get dealing with I was going to go over it with brothers today, the 12 tribe chart breakdown. People like, I'm the tribe of Judah. All the tribes going to come to me. No, they not. Who said that? All the tribes going to go to Christ. Not your ass. We the head one tribe of Judah. We the ones. We the top. No, you're not the top, bro. Christ is the top. Stop that. You brothers be acting like all the 12 tribes going to bow to them. Stop that. No, it's not. We all going to bow to Christ because that whole Genesis 49 breakdown was just dealing with Christ. He's the one. I am. And you come by me. You can't get into this party except I invite you. Watch this. Read. Keep reading. Keep reading.
For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth,
Read.
visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him.
So who were all things created for? Yahweh Shai. Yahweh created Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai, guess what? He was with his father where they was creating everything else. And he was his ever delight. He created it for Christ. Because who gonna bow down to Christ in the kingdom too? Them angels. bow down to him too. Let me get one more and then we can end class. Let me get this real quick. I wanted to go into the kingdom, but we could read that later. Let's go to Ephesians 1 and 4. Ephesians 1 and 4. So who was created in the beginning? Right. Now let me tell y'all how special y'all are. Let's read that. You got it? Oh no, you good. Ephesians 1 and 4.
Ephesians chapter 1, verse 4. According as he had chosen us in him before the foundation of the world.
He chose you from when?
Before the foundation of the world.
So guess what? Before they start creating everything, who they have in mind? You. That should make you feel special. They had you in mind. So when Christ was up there being the light for the Father, they had you in mind. They said, yeah, and we got Bara in mind, we got Lob in mind, we got Chad in mind, we got the chosen in mind. We want them to be with us. Read from the foundations of the world. Read
that we should be holy and without blame before him in love.
Read.
Having predestinated
you
us.
Was chosen. So if you're doing this, you're not doing this by your own will. You was chosen. You were chosen to take part in this. Read.
Unto the adoption of children by Yahushua.
Under adoption, they adopted you and they chose you. Read.
According to good pleasure of his will.
That's why verse 6 says to read verse 6 too.
To the praise of the glory of his grace.
To praise him. He picked you. This was a hand-picked thing. This wasn't nothing that you just signed up for. He chose you. You didn't pick him. So everybody that don't get it, don't take it personal. God didn't choose them. He didn't choose them for this, but he chose you. We'll go into the kingdom, the actual city later. You can write down Revelations 21 and chapter 21 and 22. It's also some parts described in Ezekiel too, but we won't go there today. But just for the sake of time, write down Revelations 21 and 22. If you want to read about the kingdom, how it's going to be, you can read about it right there. All right. So who want that kingdom? I don't know about y'all, but I want that. That's what I want. He giving you something that you cannot fathom. So let's work hard to get it. I hope I get it, man. Because when you read stuff like that, you think like, damn, am I even worthy to get something like that? Crazy. But that just got to make us go harder, man. Go harder for the works. All right. So love y'all. All praises to the Most High and his son Yahushua, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatana. Everybody that's online that was watching, we happy that you tuned in. Please like, subscribe, share the video, and continue to labor so we can get this kingdom. All right. Shalom, family.